Hi guys, so I'm going to tell you about the summer that God called me to Wildwood, New Jersey on a missions trip and revealed to me the ways that I was doubting in Him and showed me just how much He can move, even amidst my own doubts. So, I don't know if any of you have heard of Wildwood, New Jersey, but it's a beach town along the coast and it has a boardwalk about a mile long full of shops and restaurants, and tourists come from all over for the summer, and it's full day and night. And what's really cool is that there are international students who live there because of a work study program during the summertime. So there's hundreds of cultures represented, and it's kind of like the world comes to you, which is so cool. So I lived in a house with 25 other college students, and that in itself was an amazing experience just to live amongst other Christians in a community where you could share truth and grace, um, and just learn from other people, believers in such a different setting than when you just see them in community at school. So that was awesome, and we'd start our days off with morning prayer and devotional, and then we'd all head off to work for the day. I worked as a hostess at a restaurant on the boardwalk, but you could also work at little shops. You could work at Bed Bath & Beyond, Rite Aid. The opportunities were endless there. And then in the evening, we'd all come together, and every night was a different kind of activity. Some nights we'd have training nights where we'd be equipped to share the gospel in different ways, either with our friends at work or in random conversations with people. And then other nights we would go out onto the boardwalk and share with random people. And then other nights we would have men's and women's time. And one night a week was dedicated to just one-on-one time with God, where you go off into a quiet place for a few hours and just reflect and pray and talk to Him. And then another one of my favorite nights was International Cafe, which is where you'd invite all of the friends that you had met to our backyard for the evening. And we'd have music playing, we'd have games, we'd have s'mores and snacks, and people would just flock there and stay until late hours. So many people came to Christ on those nights because of the deep spiritual conversations that would happen. And they could just sense a love present there. People who didn't feel at home in this country visiting for the summer just felt at home there, and it was such a cool way to share the gospel. So I'm going to tell you one specific story about how I doubted while I was there and how God just totally flipped that doubt on its head and showed me that He is the one who's in control. So there was one night when we were supposed to go out onto the boardwalk in small groups and evangelize. And it was absolutely pouring rain and freezing, and none of us wanted to go out because of the weather. But God was like, you know what, guys, you can still go out. And so we all took our umbrellas, we walked out to the boardwalk, and by the end of the night, everyone came back with a different story of how God had moved in an amazingly crazy way. So many people that night came to Christ because he had taken a situation that we thought He couldn't work through and worked through anyways. And we all just came back and rejoiced together. That even amidst our own doubt in circumstances and life situations, that God is still sovereign and in control and can still move in ways that you never would have expected. So guys, this is just a small snapshot from my summer, but please, please consider going wherever God puts it on your heart. I know it may be scary, but ultimately He's in control, and He's going to hold you, and He's going to show you exactly the steps He wants you to take, and He's going to be right there with you. So just take time, pray about it, think about it, and I wish you all the best.